Joining me now, we're going to switch gears, go back to some of these scandals. The great Peter Schweizer, president of the Government Accountability Institute. Peter, welcome back to the show. It's been way too long. I know you're covering the Biden scandal story. Hardly anybody else is. We are on this program quite a bit, and we all love reading you in Breitbart. First of all, I guess it's an easy question. Devon Archer blew up Joe Biden's defense. So we know that now. Is that without beyond the shadow of a doubt?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, Devon Archer, who was really the most important partner for Hunter Biden other than his father in this venture, explicitly said that Joe Biden was an active participant in this business. The call to Washington, D.C., where Hunter called with the Burisma executives to call to his father to have the prosecutor hired. So it's changed the game completely. And as we hear from other people that were part of this enterprise going forward, people like Eric Schwerin, I think the news is going to get even worse for the Bidens.
Well, that's you took the words right out of my mouth, Eric Schwerin. So he was like the business manager or something. He was involved in all these investment funds. So the reports circulating, he went to the White House or the vice president's house, I don't know, 25 times, 35 times, I don't know. He prepped it's circumstantial evidence. He may have prepped Biden before the dinners at Cafe Milano in Washington, D.C., where they had, as you know, Peter, by the way, from Devon Archer, it wasn't just one dinner. There were actually two dinners with favor seekers and influence peddlers that Joe Biden showed up for. So what's this guy Schwerin? Who is he, and what's his role in this, and where do you think that's going to lead?
Well, I would say if Devon Archer was the architect, the sort of adult supervision on how to structure this, Eric Schwerin was the money guy. If you look at the laptop, Larry, Eric Schwerin is not only talking to Hunter Biden about moving money around, about Hunter's taxes, about Hunter's expenses. He's also talking about Vice President Joe Biden's finances and getting bills paid. So he's the one where all the flows of money meet. The news that I have is that Schwerin had a falling out with Hunter Biden over personal reasons. The chairman of the Oversight Committee, Congressman Comer, has said that Schwerin is cooperating. So I think this is going to be the next important step before they eventually bring Hunter Biden in to testify. And the other point I would make, Larry, is we have to make sure, I've kind of said this from the beginning, yes, this is about corruption, but there is a huge national security intelligence component to this. The three Chinese businessmen that brought Hunter Biden all of his deals in China that total some $30 million, each and every one of those businessmen who's named in the laptop was business partners or connected to the highest levels of Chinese intelligence. So we should be thinking not just about quid pro quos, what Joe Biden was doing. We need to be thinking about the fact that Chinese businessmen were steering tens of millions of dollars to Hunter Biden. He was providing no discernible service in return. And each one of those businessmen has ties to the highest levels of Chinese intelligence. We need to think about it in that context as well.
Peter Schweizer, how much do you think these Chinese communist intel connections with all the pay-for-play money, how much has this compromised American foreign policy with China by Joe Biden and his administration? How much?
I think hugely. I mean, look, if you base it on the laptop and the suspicious activity report transfers that have been released, the Bidens released some $31 million from these three Chinese businessmen. One of them, Che Feng, when he was setting up Hunter Biden on that BHR private equity deal, he was business partners at the same time with the Vice Minister for State Security in China. His job was recruiting foreign nationals to spy for China. Henry Zhao wired $5 million to Hunter Biden. At the same time, he was business partners with the family of the former Minister of State Security who ran the entire spy apparatus in China. And in fact, the $5 million wired to Hunter Biden came from a business called Harvest that this intelligence family was invested in. And then the CEFC energy deal, Larry, Chairman Yi, before Chairman Yi took up that position. Remember, he provided some $6 million to the Bidens. Before he took this energy position, he ran an organization that our government has said for more than a decade, an organization is a front for the military intelligence apparatus in China. Wow. So this is a massive, massive problem. And the question remains, what were they being paid to do?
Indeed. Indeed. All right. Peter Schweizer, I hope you come back soon. I think, Eric Schwerin is at loggerheads with Hunter Biden. Devin Archer was, too. Archer felt he was thrown under the bus. It sounds like Schwerin, too. So they both decided to sing. And so there's going to be a lot more to be revealed. And we hope you'll come back and talk to us, Peter Schweizer. Thanks ever so much.